We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA.
And welcome to another exciting edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie K from the MTA. How's Stephanie today? We have a full studio.
I know. This is going to be one of my favorite segments because I love it when we have people in the studio, and I love it when we have wonderful people that we work with at MTA. Yes. They say you don't get to know somebody unless you live with them or work with them or lend them money. That's how I do. Yes. But the more I get to know about people that we work with, the more excited I am. We have people in the studio today. We have Clyde Barnett. Welcome. And we have Regina Richards and the man of the hour, Vern Beasley. Yay!
Also known as Captain Zoom Zoom.
Yes. I've learned so much about these people. Jay, you know, you and I, every week, we try to find something in the community that's free, helpful, something's going to make people's lives better. And I was out and about doing an event, and I saw Dick Scaff from Scaff's Furniture. Okay. And he was telling me how the church downtown, which is the First Presbyterian Church, offers a free breakfast every single Sunday, and people go down there and they cook. He was there cooking eggs, and this man's an important man. He's busy, but he takes his time every Sunday, and told me how Vern from MTA is down there also cooking, and Vern told me about this. I thought, I have to go down and see this, what's going to happen. So I got to tell you exactly how it happened. It was Sunday morning, 7:30. That's early. People get to sleep in, but they were there. I got there, and Vern pulled up in a car, and all these people just gathered around him. It looked like the Pied Piper or the Locust, like all around his car. I thought, what is going on? And Vern was so cool. He came out and said, hey, how you guys all doing? All right, I got these little bags for you. And many of these people are without a home. You know, many of these people have to live on the streets. Yep. And he had these little bags of like an apple and some chips and just different things. And they were all so polite, and they waited in line for their little bag. He only had 60 of them because I did not know this, but he took the money out of his pocket to buy these week after week.
Wow.
And then we go inside to help serve the breakfast, and he's talking to them like, okay, watch your language, guys. Okay, we have a lady present. Well, I don't know if it's a lady or not, but yeah. And we've got inside, and I see two other beautiful faces. Regina and Clyde are there helping to serve breakfast. Nobody knows about this. They don't tell people how they do this every single week on Sundays. And Vern himself, Mr. Benning, our CEO, voted for him to be the hometown hero, and he just won that. So congratulations to Vern.
All right.
And that's not all you do, Vern. You just go on, and you were a DJ yourself. So this is all about you and these wonderful people you work with. Tell us how you used to be a DJ. I want to hear that voice.
Oh, let's get it right. Let's get it on the WDZZ radio station coming at you live. But anyway.
Were you on DZZ?
No. But
yeah, because that was our partner, sister station. But
I wanted to be back then.
You should have been. Had I known, you would have brought you in. But go ahead. Do what you were talking about, that little flight.
Oh, do that again?
Yeah, that flight thing you just did with Dr. Zoom Zoom.
Oh, please extinguish all smoke materials and fasten your seatbelts. Riding along once again with Captain Zoom Zoom. We'll be flying low over rough terrains. And guess what?
I love it. You know his nickname is not going to be
Captain Zoom Zoom. That's right. Vern is now known as Captain Zoom Zoom.
Okay, well, Vern, tell us some of the things that you do, because I know when I was talking to you, you said you took that money out of your pocket to buy these for these gentlemen and these women. Then you went inside and you were serving the breakfast. You were so instrumental in doing all this. And you said, oh, did you know that on Mondays I also go to the senior center, or you do other things? What else do you do?
Oh, no, we go to the church on Dorton Carpenter Road Monday through Thursday. We take meals to the seniors. We go to all the seniors out there, like 365 seniors that we take meals to.
Is that through MTA or through your church, or just you do it your own, or like what? How did you find out about
that? We provide transportation.
Okay.
And they provide food.
We are awesome. MTA does so much. I know you also, when we were distributing water and food, you were on doing that as well.
When we had the pandemic, a lot of operations closed, but MTA stayed open. And what we did was on Tuesday and Thursday, I filled up New Path and Genesis on Center Road. Then Monday through Friday was Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
Then Monday through Friday was the school kids, because they didn't go to school. So we took food to their houses Monday through Friday.
Wow. People don't know we do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, we did a whole bunch. We made sure everybody had their water. We had like 4 or 5 different lists that we used to work off. The mayor had a list. It was
a lot.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, when the pandemic shut everything down, First Presbyterian stayed open. Larry would prepare the food at night.
From Batiste, yeah.
Yep. And Luce would box everything up, and I would be outside passing it out to individuals.
Wow.
And we did that for the whole 2 years, and I brought a bus down a couple of times, and that so they could have a place to eat.
And you provided that. You asked Mr. Bennett if they could provide free transportation back out of the free breakfast to get back to where they had to go, and
Yes.
he said yes. That was incredible.
Every-
and I don't think people knew during the pandemic all the rides were free.
Yeah.
That was a lot. I mean, people just don't realize MTA had done that.
Yeah, all the rides was free, and then every Sunday morning, the first ride out is free.
Wow.
Because see, they walk from all over.
Different shelters and where.
Because MTA don't start running till 9:30.
Okay, yeah, and the breakfast is 7:30, so they have to be there. To get the bags you provide. You know, I wasn't going to tell you this on the air, but don't let me forget. I want to give you some money towards those bags. I think it's. Oh, I gave you a bag of food. Did you use that?
Yep.
Okay, good. I forgot about that. Yeah, but I still want to give you some money towards the other things that you do because I know it adds up. I know Derek Williams also helps you with that, doesn't he? Here, and he also works at MTA. Yeah. So I know you were a driver. You're in training right now. What all have you done? What has
for MTA?
Yes.
Okay, I started at Yo Ride. Went from Yo Ride to Big Bus to Building Ground to GMT to trainer to maintenance supervisor, operations supervisor, back to driver, back to training, and I'm sitting here.
I know you retired and they brought you back, right? They said, no, you can't leave us. Well, I know the very first time I started here, we did a thing for the media, and that was I think it was in Bay City. There was Midland, yes. And there was the big flood where the dam had broken, and we knew that the first responders were hungry and they were tired. So we took food over to them, and we took our MTA bus, and you were the driver on that bus.
Well, your driver, the bus broke down.
Well, yeah, I wasn't going to mention that, Vern.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, but you were right there. You're right there.
And then so they called me, so I grabbed the bus. And time I got there, that bus broke down. And then we had to get another bus.
Well, that's true. I wasn't going to mention that. But,
Okay. But
it's okay. No, it happens. It does happen because we were going so far out of our district that we weren't expecting it. So, no, but you were fun, and when it happened, you were just calm, cool, and collect, and you didn't ever get upset with it. So, I can't say how amazed I am with everything that you do out of your heart, out of your time. And you're Santa Claus. You play Santa Claus at Christmas.
Yeah. I've been playing Santa Claus about 5 years.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
because we used to go to the movie theater. We had Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And,
before the pandemic, we could do that.
When we sang at the transfer center.
Yes.
Then we leave over there and go to what's that place?
Pace?
Pace, yes.
That's what I thought.
Santa Claus would go over there and pass out stuff.
You made a great Santa.
And then I used to go to Linden Charter, and I filled up 700 bags of candy and gave it to all the kids.
My God. Now, where did that candy come from? Did MTA pay for it? Did you pay for it? Was it sponsored? Was it donated?
Well...
you steal it? He's not answering.
Well, some of the stuff was left over at first. The first year was left over, and I purchased the rest. Regina gave me a couple of dollars, like $2. And then Mr. Bennett allowed me to get the leftovers.
Oh, good.
And
he always does nice things like that.
And the church gave me $350.
Okay, well, good. I just want to make sure it wasn't all out of your pocket because that's very expensive. And I do know that when we did Halloween, what have you, Clyde, you have your own candy business at the Genesee Valley Mall.
Oh, really?
So get to that mic and tell us more about that because I walked in there and
Clyde's
you were beautiful.
Our new best friend.
Yes, and you were donating candy of your own as well too. Until I said you got to get reimbursed for that, which MTA did. But still, tell us more about your business there.
We are TCB Sweets and Treats in the Genesee Valley Mall, right outside JCPenney. We opened in 2014.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
That was challenging.
Yes, it was. It was very challenging. We started off on Saginaw Street, just a little north of Pasadena. We just tried to take something positive to that area. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us. So we ended up moving, and we were out in Flushing. And we were there for almost 5 years. Pearson Road in Flushing. And then from there, we moved to the Genesee Valley Mall.
So how's that going for you? Because the mall seems like it's not as busy, of course, as it used to be in the years past. Do you still have business
the mall
there?
itself, yes. Malls, even across the country, they are down right now. But we have consistent traffic just because the mall workers themselves.
Sure, absolutely.
They'll come 3, 4, 5 times a day.
I love your store because it has like, the penny candies and it has the candies that I remember as a child. You don't see any longer. And then you have the great big candy bars. Right. Kids would love that. Adults as well. But, kids definitely love that.
We love the big kids. They have money.
Yeah.
Big kids have the money. Yep.
Yeah.
Kids, not
well,
so much.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Do people know that you're there?
Absolutely.
Do you do anything special for Valentine's Day? Like heart
we
displays?
do. We have chocolates. We have saltwater taffy, things like that.
Nice.
So we have just empty heart boxes and things like that where you can create your own. When you get a box of chocolates,
You get the stuff you don't want.
You get the stuff
jelly
that you
filled.
don't want.
Yeah.
Right. Well, with us, you can just make your own custom basket.
I love that.
Nice.
And it's very reasonable. Your prices are extremely reasonable.
Absolutely.
Do you have to order ahead of time? Can you come in and just check
You can
it
just
out?
come right in the door. I mean, if it's something really extravagant, because my wife, she's really talented. She can make just about anything.
Can she?
If it's something really intricate, we ask that you give us a few days. But
Sure.
For the most part, we can do it right there on the spot.
So these are all handmade chocolates?
Yeah, handmade, just not our hands.
But Jay, you know how you used to get like the penny candy, like maybe like little dots on a paper.
Oh,
or
yeah,
like,
yeah,
They
yeah.
have all that stuff in there.
That's cool. Okay.
They have like
that's where I'm
great big
going.
giant candy bars that would be great
The big
for
ones, yeah.
yeah. I mean like jumbo.
Yeah, not
like,
the small ones. Like now, everything's shrinking. Now,
yeah. But no, I mean like the ones that would fill a wall. I mean they're huge. Yeah, they're
very
fun.
nice.
They're very fun. Well, and how long have you worked at MTA?
I've been here 6 years.
Okay, and what is your position?
Right now, I am a trainer. I started off in Big Bus, and I had the pleasure of working with Mr. Vern over there. I was one of those drivers that delivered those lunches.
The waters,
the water, the lunches, and the
it's
whole nine.
rewarding, isn't it? Though
It was so awesome. And Vern, he's that guy. He really is passionate about what we do.
Yes.
And so he would give me a nice list of every last one of those houses. And listen, you're not coming back with food. He wanted to make sure every child got their food. So it was awesome.
My boyfriend also works there. He's a driver over there, and he said that there was a lot to do, and there was a little confusion with one ordinance, like the delivery. He said when Vern got there, it was all done. He just jumped in. He hands on. He organized it. He just made it all so easy and clear to understand, and it got the job done.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was very helpful. Now I got to come to Regina because she has been so patient. She's rolling her eyes at half the stuff you guys are saying. I know there's a story behind all of that. What do you say? Get on the mic so we can hear you too.
I'm asking Clyde, did Vern pay him to say all that? He's known for that.
No, you are funny, and I love that. Is it okay to say who your family member is or not? Would you rather we don't? Okay. Now, we've been working with Tommy from the city of Flint, and she works at the mayor's office, and she has helped us getting some things done for a press conference that's coming up because we're going to be unveiling a new bus, which is, I don't know if I could. Yes, I know. Well, this should be actually about the same time this comes out that we can tell you about that. But for Black History Month, we're going to unveil a beautiful bus for Black History all in general, not just for the month, but we're going to have it out there along the way. And there's going to be a bus shelter right in front of the Burstein Fieldhouse, and for BB Nolan, who has been amazing in this area. And I'm so excited about that, the press conference. So your sister Tommy made sure that we could clear off that little area and block off the road so we can get the bus there in place. And that's January 25th on Thursday. So I can't wait for that. But how many kids are in your family then? I didn't know Tommy was your sister.
Yes.
Where do you place and all that?
7 of us.
7?
Yeah, I'm the middle.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep. I'm in the middle too. So,
Well,
yeah.
did your mom and dad not own a television or have anything else to entertain them? Was that?
Oh, we had a television and everything. Yeah.
Well, they had other hobbies too. So,
Yeah.
so where do you come in the 7? Where is that you place?
I'm in the middle.
Oh, are you? Do you have a middle child syndrome? Do you have? Okay, I didn't think so.
I'm good.
You know, you are so funny off the air. She's dynamic and funny. So, what do you do at MTA?
I'm a transit operator here.
Okay.
I started actually in '98 when they first started Your Ride. Worked up on the Elma. We worked in the Your Ride office. From there, I went to maintenance in supplies.
Okay.
And then I left for a while when my husband was sick. And then I came back in 15, and I came back as a driver.
Okay, so you're a driver now, the big bus.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's important. I see those big buses. I don't know how you make those turns, but I get a little convertible, and I always think I close my eyes, thinking, "Oh, don't hit me." They never do. They turn so just accurate. I don't know how you guys do all that. That's a very skillful skill you have there.
Well,
so. Go ahead.
It took a while to get the backup part, but you go ahead. Go ahead. Okay,
I think you were one of the first ones I met, too, because we were doing some kind of a press conference here when I first started, because I was in radio for 21 years, so I'm part of the media here with MTA. Okay. And you pulled a big bus in there, and you whipped it around. I thought, oh, my gosh, girl, that was amazing. You just had a smile on your face. You didn't seem to be upset about that at all.
No.
Nervous at all. Oh, no, now
I do have to admit, after training with Vern, I was better. I wasn't as good at first. But it took us a while to get there. Yeah.
So now you said you yourself also volunteer every single Sunday to do the breakfast at the First Presbyterian Church.
Some kind of way. Now, I don't know how this started, but some kind of way I got sent to watch Vern because he's
You
like
got to watch him, yeah.
Yeah, somebody has to say keep. So I started going there and I met Luce and I just loved it. So
isn't she wonderful?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she's a hardworking woman over there. Now, I did see they had like a little supply room, and they need like hygiene products. Yeah, like they
yes.
need some deodorants and
personal for men
Yes.
or women.
Shampoo, cream
We
rinse.
usually like people give me things and her things. We have coats sometimes and boots and stuff. It doesn't stay long. It usually when we bring them, if we bring them that Sunday, it's somebody there that needs it.
Absolutely. That amazed me. The need, Jay, was so incredible because the line went all the way around the building, outside, down the hall. It's like, wow, there's so many people that need food. And you, Vern, you're telling us how many dozens of eggs did you say you went through? There were, I know Mr. Dick
24.
Dick Scaff was doing the eggs.
Yes, he's like, I always tell him, you need to do a TikTok, the art of making scrambled eggs, because he just does.
He was doing figure eights. He was doing back and forth. I know.
So good.
He's making a game out of it.
And they all looked great. They weren't burnt or fluffy.
No.
And they had eggs and they had sausage and they had potatoes and fruit and danishes and just all kinds of stuff.
Panera Bread every Saturday donates the stuff they had left over for the weeks. So we have danishes and bread and then when we get done at First Presbyterian, what we have left, me and Vern splits it up between Brothers Keeper and Carristown.
Nice.
And we take the rest of the food there. So it's nothing wasted.
No.
Yeah.
And I know you told people they can go through the line first and then they come back a second time if they want more. And people are hungry and they do that. I just couldn't believe how grateful they were and how polite and how mannerly they were in single file. They didn't try to push and shove and say, hey, I should be next. And it just, I know Vern's experienced some of that because you're like a school teacher. Hey, no swearing. Hey, get in line. But they listen to you. You can tell they really respect you. And that's wonderful.
Well, that comes from the people I work around because sometimes I can't be at certain places.
Sure.
I have to tell Regina I need people to catch the bus, and she's downtown driving, and she makes sure that they get on the bus and the drivers take care of them.
So how did this even transpire? How did either one of you know about the First Presbyterian breakfast?
You want me to tell you how it started?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
My stepkids got smart with their granny. So I put them in the car, and I drove downtown to Robert T. and North Saginaw. And Mitch was walking down the street, and I put him out the car and told him to walk where Mitch going.
Where's Mitch? Who's Mitch?
He's a rider.
Rider on the
okay.
bus.
Okay.
And so they walked down there. I put my 4-ways on and followed them down to the church. Then they come running to the car. It was cold outside.
Yeah.
I said, nope, go inside and eat.
Really?
Then I stayed outside, and then I finally went on inside.
So you had them going in line for the free breakfast so they could see how people were in need. And they
When they don't listen to their grandmother.
Yeah.
Their grandfathers, this might be where you end up at.
That is a great lesson that they could see the need out there and see how grateful they should be for what they have.
So
That's amazing. Well, that's really smart. I think if anybody's listening, that's a good lesson. They can. Their
absolutely.
kids are smarting off to them. I like that. How long ago was that?
about 8 years ago.
And that's when you started serving then every Sunday?
No, I've been there 10 years. No, about 10 years.
Okay, but how did you first find out about the free breakfast? How did you even know they were doing it?
I always knew they had it because Haskell Walker, that's your uncle.
My kid's uncle.
Who are you not related to? I swear.
Me and him is in the military together.
Oh, yes, and you're a veteran too. Thank you for your services.
Yes.
So, and I knew he was down there because he was there in Mott College and everywhere. So I knew he was there.
Yeah.
But that's how I got the kids to go. And I was volunteering. And then they say, hey, you come here every Sunday, we're going to put you on the payroll.
Oh, that'd be nice. So how are those grandkids today? Are they well behaved? Are they working?
Yes.
How old are they now?
Makai is 21.
Oh, okay.
And the other one is 23.
Okay, so old enough to know better.
Yeah.
And they're behaved. Now, how are their kids? Do they have children? Are they well behaved?
No. They ain't got no kids.
Well, they don't want any now. They know what they're going to go through. So, Clyde, do you and your beautiful wife have children?
Yes, we do.
How many do you have?
We have 6, 3 boys and 3 girls.
Wow.
right.
Yes.
You guys like each other. That's nice. How old are they? Age range?
My oldest is 33.
Oh, you
And
look
my-
young. You don't
thank
look
you. I
old and
live a
have
good
kids.
life.
Yeah, I guess
that's
so.
good.
It's all like candy.
And my youngest is 16.
Okay, so they're still at home. A few is still at home. Do they help you with the store at all? Do they go over there and work with?
Yeah,
No?
those the kids you're seeing. Those are my babies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
yeah.
Good.
Those are my 2
yeah.
youngest. They're always there.
Yeah.
And my youngest daughter, Alyssa, she's my best ringer. She knows everything about the store.
That's
every
wonderful.
price, everything. You have a question, you can ask Alyssa, and she will tell you.
You're giving her own business, her own career. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
My parents always had their own business. My dad always had his own business, and they put me to work, and I had doing sales, and I was like 10 years old out there selling the plaster that he was making, the costume jewelry, and it's a great experience. It's a great learning experience.
Absolutely.
Yes. It's okay, Regina. How about you? You have any children?
Yes, I have 3, 2 boys and a girl.
And how old are they?
My daughter, they are 36, 37, and 38.
See, now you look good, too.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have thought they were that old.
Again, a good life.
Yeah.
A good
Yeah.
life.
I guess so.
That's-
Do you eat his candy? Is that why? It must
I
be
eat
candy.
the slow pop.
Can I speak on? Oh,
She know. Okay, go ahead.
I'm
No.
just messing. Go.
He was going to give you a hard time, Regina. How do you put up with these men? Vern, I didn't ask how many children you had. I heard about the grandkids, but how about the children?
I got four boys.
4 boys. Okay. And how many grandkids?
8
Oh, wow. Your house is really busy on Christmas, isn't it?
and 1 great grand.
He's pretty old.
Oh, Vern doesn't look a day over 16. Come on now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, guys, look who's calling. Should I
zoom,
answer
zoom.
it or not?
Yes.
Mr. Ed Benning.
Oh,
Should I
Mr.
answer
Benning,
it? Okay, let's see what he has to say. No, should I? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hello, Mr. Benning. You are on the air with Jay, and we have Vern and Regina and Clyde doing a podcast, but we wanted to answer your phone call. How are you?
Oh, good. I'll buzz you back when you're not on there.
Okay, but do you want to say hi to our exemplary employees here? Because Vern is a hometown hero, just like yourself, and I told him how you actually promoted him. You suggested him.
Hey, well, hello to everyone, and
Hi, Mr.
I'm
Benning.
sure you have a great podcast. I'm going to let you get back to
Okay.
it. and I'll give you a buzz back. I got a couple questions for you. So I'll get
Sure.
back.
I'll call you right back as soon as we're finished. Thanks. Be safe out there. Bye-bye now. See, I'm special. He's calling me. No, it's all about the press conference. We have a press release and a press conference and all that. So we're trying to organize the TV time and stuff. So that's why he was calling. But I could not answer him, right? We had to have him say hi to you guys.
Yeah,
that was like
there
a
you go.
special treat right there.
Yep.
He wanted to be here, but he's so busy. He has so much he's doing. So anyway, okay, all the kids, you were gonna put Regina down for a second, but did you change your mind? You were gonna give her a hard time.
No, I ain't gonna give her no hard.
I think you could put
I
them in
think
their
he
place.
knows
He
better.
needs me.
He does.
He needs me.
I think she could put you both in your place, so that's probably safe. Well, you guys, thank you for making the time to come down here because I know you had something you were doing at 2:00, and yet you said, "Well, we'll make it happen," and you were here.
Oh yeah, I had a class that started at 2, and so I got them to go get their uniforms and everything.
Because you're training them. Are you training them to be the big bus, a Your Ride, Rides to Wellness? What's this group for?
A big bus.
You're the now,
right.
Clyde. Do you train for the same big bus?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Regina, do you ever want to be a trainer?
No, thank you.
No,
But
thank you.
What
That's-
I do like about MTAJ is everyone can work their way up.
Yes.
I know Martina had started off. I think she was a driver, then she went to become a janitor, and then she's now she's like the supervisor of customer service after being in HR, working with just like you had said, Vern. I mean, you did so many different things here as well.
Oh yeah.
What was your
Plenty of
favorite thing?
opportunities. Yep.
I think the week I was back there with Leonard, because we had a rough week, and that was when I was at GMT.
Yeah. Tell us people what GMT means.
Building and ground.
Okay.
And
General maintenance tech.
technician.
Thank you, Regina. I knew you were going to put them
Yeah,
there.
you just had to get in there.
She was good.
But and when they say hometown hero, it ain't me. It's the people that I come in contact with that makes people think it's me.
It's very commendable, but it's you,
not-
Vern. It's
No,
you.
no, what
It
I'm
wasn't.
saying-
It wasn't hometown hero. It's in his friends. It was you are the hometown hero, and so is Mr. Benning. You both have done so many things to deserve that.
He's
He's humble.
I didn't got a lot of accolades from the military. Like I did 29 years, 10 months in the Army.
Wow.
And I was a medic, operating room technician, power generator, operator repairman, infantry, tow gunner, 54 Echo, which is in BC.
And you don't think you deserve the hometown hero by yourself?
No.
Wow.
And then I worked at the post office.
You did?
29 years and 2 months.
Well, now, okay,
Wait,
you
there
look
you go.
fantastic, too.
Tell it
What?
again. Well, say it again.
Yeah, he looks, okay, he looks good. He looks amazing.
He's so old.
Wow. It's like a Dorian Gray picture, like, you never age, but the picture's aging. Wow. Jay, did you have he just said 60 years of things he was already done. That wasn't including
ton
MTA.
Of things. Yeah, you never get bored with anything. Life is just too short to.
Did you sell yourself to the devil or something? Because you look like you haven't aged. You look,
oh, yeah.
You use Dove, don't you?
Yeah, but
Captain Zoom looking good over there.
Yeah. But
I love it.
I know, we're here, and I made sure I brought people that I
Yeah, it's great people, you guys.
Yes.
like
all of
being
you.
around sometimes.
Well, I don't invite just anybody on their show. They have the
people
people
who make him look good.
Yes, you are.
But and then another thing before we get off the
Sure.
podcast.
Go ahead.
Martin Luther King Day is January the 15th. And I want to give a praise out to him because a lot of people don't understand the thing about Martin Luther King. And I was around before he died in 68. I came here in 67. I was in the 6th grade over there. And I see the difference from then to now.
I bet you do.
And
he's made a difference.
yeah. And see, I came from Mississippi, so
Oh.
it wasn't like we all got along then.
Sure.
It's a different time and a different era. But now the times have changed because we can laugh, dance, and enjoy each other.
Absolutely.
So
Well, I was so honored that you joined us last night at the MLK dinner.
Yes.
And it was a really, really good event.
Yes,
wasn't
it was. It
Talking
was.
just about how Martin Luther King had said, I'm probably going to get this wrong, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If
Yeah.
you can't crawl, just keep moving forward.
Just keep moving forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the forward momentum. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, he did some tremendous things.
Yeah,
so,
so-
I can't wait for us, everybody to see the bus that's out there and with the Black History, and just very proud of everything. And we have Rosa Parks statue
Yes.
downtown in the transfer center, and that's really a really impressive statue if you haven't seen it.
And now vision, our vision. When I say that, like we got the shelters, Brothers Keeper, Cash Towns, Charity of Hope. Eventually, what I would like to see happen is a warming center. And what I mean by warming center, see, everything that we got in place right now is a time limit.
24 hours.
So you can stay there for 24 hours?
Well,
I mean, a 24-hour warming center, because now the ones just in at a certain time of day, and you have people still walking around on the cold nights. With no warm place to go.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Especially as cold as it is right now, the wind cutting through you. Can you imagine
yeah.
being outside with that child you're trying to keep warm? I just can't imagine.
Because at 6, if you're not at Brothers Keeper, there's certain time limits. If you're not
Sure.
there, you can't get
Shelter's
in.
full, yeah.
And so I was trying to establish, me and a couple other people, finding a building. And
There's enough vacant buildings around here. It seems like we could find something.
just have chairs and tables or some games in there.
Yeah,
and,
I like that
eventually,
idea, Vern.
TVs, so we can just sit there and warm, but they got to leave, so we can change and clean up stuff. But you got to have a shower. You got to have a kitchen.
Oh,
for a soup.
right.
It's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it'll be a big job to do. But I know Mr. Benny, when he puts his mind to things, he gets it done. He's helping with the Catholic Charities, putting together those tiny houses.
Yes.
Those are amazing, and they're trying to go to the homeless veterans first.
Yes.
And they're very impressive.
Because I saw that building on Dordt Highway, not the building, but it's a place where you could tear all that down and put the small homes over there.
Oh, tiny houses right there. Yeah.
Oh man,
There is right across from the Catholic Charities right now. You can see two of them. One's built by the Amish, and one's built by the Genesee Valley Skill Center children over there. And they're totally different, but they're both very effective in their like the storage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We went to Detroit to see some. We took an MTA bus down there, and I was kind of afraid to get on the bus at first because I saw all these buildings that were like burned out and graffiti and looked kind of scary. And as soon as we turned around the corner, it was like a beautiful dream. All these little tiny houses. They had flowers growing. There was green yards. It was everything they had was economical. Like they had a solar power, and they had a water bin that would catch the rainwater to actually water the plants with. And every month they had to do something they had to learn about, like how to fix a toilet, how to balance your checkbook. So they're teaching people how to take care of themselves and not just giving them a hand out, but a hand up. on how to continue to be forward.
And Freddie drove you to that. Freddie Johnson was your driver.
Okay, is Freddie related to you or if somebody here? Regina?
No, he was the driver.
Yeah.
He was the driver because I had to take him down there to
show
find the place.
Okay.
And everything.
Did you find the same thing? It's like, where are we going? All of a sudden he turns like, oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing that way.
So, but yeah, no, and that's when I say, it's a blessing to be at MTA with some of the people.
Oh my gosh, is it ever? I was I was so impressed with you guys when I saw your faces there that day on Sunday. I knew that you had done it every Sunday. I didn't realize you guys were doing it. Nobody knew about it. You never sung your own praises. You're all my hometown heroes. Honest to gosh.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No kidding. And I'm sure you do other things past that too. You don't even tell people about. And like Clyde was giving away candy to the. And Regina's going, no, I don't do anything.
No, I'm saying, yeah. No,
what else do you do?
No, you just, the Lord put on your heart to help people. We can all sit and think the stuff, but we're blessed to have a key to put into a lock and go into a warm house every night.
Absolutely. They say you are rich if you have a home to go to, like you said, a roof over your head, food in their cupboards, and you have a car to drive, and you have money in the bank or the pockets. We have so much to be grateful for. I mean, people say they're depressed or they're, I was like, really? Take a look what you have and see how lucky we are.
Yeah.
And we be down there, and, they ask me for some money. If I don't have no money on me sometime, I have to say, hey, she'll slide it to me, and I give it to him.
I'm Vern's bank.
I had to pay her back when I leave there to go to the ATM machine, but...
Well, you know what I do too? I don't know if I should tell people my control for this one too, but I do have a few bus passes. And so I see people on the corner saying, that anything will help. I always think, well, here's a bus pass. It'll get you to a shelter so that you can get a good night's sleep and a bed and some food. And that'll give them, help too. Instead of just giving them money, I think it's helpful.
But see, they closed down. I don't know if you remember, Fenton Road, the bus used to drop people off, and behind, what's that school? On Fenton Road. Is that with you? Okay, there used to be a place where all the homeless people used to go. It used to be a campsite.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. Mm-hmm. What happened to that then?
They made a move.
Oh, where they go? They're just looking for shelters then, right?
They made a move. 'Cause I used to take soup and stuff over there. And I used to drive my car to different places. And
my gosh, you guys are just you must have angel wings under those clothes. All of you guys. Such wonderful.
She got one. We had to clip it the other day.
Well, when a bell rings, the angel gets his wings. We got to ring some bells around here. Well, I know you all have to get back to work, but I just want to thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anytime. No, I know you guys are all doing things out in the community. When something else comes up, come back in and tell us what you're doing.
Yeah.
So we can help promote that. Do you want to say a few last words there, Clyde? You're trying to get in, but you can't get a word in edgewise.
I'm done. Thank you.
You're welcome. And go buy some candy. What's the name of your store again?
It's TCB Sweets and Treats.
In the Genesee Valley Mall, right in front of Genesee, like the JCPenney area.
Right in the JCPenney wing.
And the hours the same as the mall?
No, actually we have different hours. We are noon to 6 Monday through Saturday, noon to 5 on Sundays.
Oh, you do work on Sundays. Okay. After you serve breakfast and you go to work again. My gosh. Yeah. Well, if you guys want to help, can they still volunteer? You guys still need volunteers, right, for the breakfast?
Oh, yeah, every Sunday. Before the pandemic, we used to do more.
I bet.
The pandemic kind of.
Sure. Well, can they call the First Presbyterian Church to volunteer, or should they call you? Or how do they?
No, they should call and ask for Luce.
Okay, Luce, the First Presbyterian Church asked for Luce. Okay. Yeah, she was wonderful. Well, Jay, aren't you just impressed with you?
Absolutely impressed.
I know. Yeah. Don't you feel like you should go out there and do something more now?
Yeah. Now I'm feeling okay. I got to get out and put my jacket on and go.
Yeah, bring the podcast to us.
That's
and then
right.
You
there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And get to speak some.
Anybody who wants to help, like maybe with your bags that you give out, or maybe they want to help volunteer, they can just show up any Sunday morning, right, at the First Presbyterian Church at 7:30.
Yep.
And there's a little side door that I saw that you'd come in. Just knock on that. Can they?
I got a key.
Well, yeah. That's why I was glad I saw your car pull up. I thought, how do I get in? So we'll make sure you do.
Yeah, no, I got a key.
Well, thank you so much, you guys, and keep up the great work, please.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so very just proud of all of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Proud of MTA and the people they hire.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, if you find anything else like this in the community that might be free or helpful, please give us a call. We'll put you on the podcast.
And podcast at mtaflint.org. Just send us an email.
Okay. Is that podcast or podcasts?
Podcasts.
With an S.
With an S.
All right. I want to make sure we got that out there. And thanks for listening. Do stay safe.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.